Looking on the forecast, to my right, Noble AP18. He's not here. Hello, everybody. And to my left, G-Dub himself. Garrett, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
So when's the comics forecast? My name is Marvin. It's for the April 24th, 2019.
Right? The day before certain something.
Before certain something. Also, next week, May already. It comes that quick. So here we go.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday was Christmas and you got that Spider-Man game. Oh, here we go. Ascender number 1. This is Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. The Haunted Galaxy Part 1. Powerhouse creative team Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen launched an all-new series to Descender with the launch of Ascender. Set 10 years after the conclusion of the Descender storyline, magic has taken the place of machinery, and the rules are very different indeed. Mila, the daughter of Andy and Effie from Descender, spent her days exploring the lonely wilds of planet Samson and trying to stay out of the clutches of evil disciplines of the all-powerful vampire witch known only as Mother. But like her parents, Mila does not like to play by the rules. When a certain robot pal of her dad shows up, nothing will ever be the same. Garrett, what do we think? You know what I think? I love Descender all the way through 1021. What do you want to think about Descender?
Yeah. Holy crap, Ascender's here, finally. Descender ended in such a great way. To know by the end of that series that there was more coming, I mean, what a dream come true, and it's here. I'm not sure how the magic part of everything is going to fit into this universe, because before it was basically just robots and eternal robots and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see vampires and magic and how does robots and magic fit together. So really looking forward to it. Love Jeff Lemire's writing. Dustin Nguyen, so glad he's on a monthly book because that art is spectacular.
There we go. Criminal number 4, Ed Brubaker, Jacob Phillips. Breathtaking single-issue story finds Ricky lawless, caught in the gripes of violence and double cross after a robbery. As always, Criminal contains back page art and articles only found in the single issues. So there we go, Criminal, a new one, number 4. It seems like these first 4 we had a 2-issue arc and then a single and a single, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So if you're looking to get into Criminal, any time is a good time. Sometimes you get a single issue, it'll rope you in. It kind of reminds me of Astro City back in the day. They would have short arcs or they would have one-offs like this, so you can jump on any issue. And we would recommend it based off of our last book club show, Criminal Volume 1. Go listen to that, and then go pick up Criminal this week with Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, and Sean's son, Jacob Phillips, on colors. There we go. Let's see here. Man-Eaters number 8, Chelsea Kane, Kate Nazemic. Man-Eaters presents What's Happening to Me and How Can It Be Stopped. This mock guide to female puberty features personal stories, advice, illustrated charts, inspirational tips, and other topics of interest to teen girls on the go who like witchcraft and advanced calculus. So it seems like another one-shot that just fell out the world here. Garrett, what do you think?
I think I'm excited for it. I will say this about this book is that it comes out very consistently, which is nice because it's every 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. That's another issue. Last issue, it wasn't probably my favorite issue, but I still love this book. I mean, it's funny. You learn a lot about a certain topic that I've never really known much about, so it's really eye-opening. And things are really escalating now that I can't think of the main character's name. Do you remember her name?
You're asking me? No, I do not.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Her group is becoming stronger and more of a huge pack that's going to be definitely dealt with coming up here. But this book's funny, it's informative, and the storytelling beats are pretty good. So, yeah, excited.
There we go. Skyward number 12, Joe Henderson, Antonio Fabella, Fix the World Part 2. How's Skyward going?
Well, I haven't caught up on that since it came back, but I love the first volume, but I'm sure Alex is caught up, and we'll have to see what he says next time.
There we go. Speaking of Alex, IDW Publishing, TMNT number 93, Tom Waltz, Kevin Eastman, Dave Watcher, City at War, Part 1, The Battle for control of New York City begins. Seems like we're going to get into a nice little event kind of here. Garrett, are you caught up with this book, or is it only Alex?
No, I'm two issues behind.
The storyline that leads to TMNT 100 begins here. So there you go. And the cover including the first of 8 specialty legacy incentive covers, the IDW TMNT Year 1 homage by Dave Duncan. I was going to say, those turtles look like how they originally did, especially Donatello in that picture. So there we go. IDW TMNT. Speaking of milestones, Action Comics 1010. Brian Michael Bendis, Steve Epstein. One by one, they fall Argus, the DEO, the Cobra Cult. Action Comics, Garrett, you said it's good?
Yeah. I don't like the arc before this was amazing. This one's still pretty good. It's focusing on like Amanda Waller and this new faction Leviathan rising up. A lot of people are confused. Is this Leviathan of Talia al Ghul's Leviathan, or is it a different Leviathan? It's all a little murky right now. You got Cobra involved, so I'm surprised how political this book has got with all the different gangs involved or organizations. But it's awesome because not only are we getting a lot of Superman, we're getting a lot of Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane, and this feels like classic Superman just because, they always help frame the story in different points of view, and it's a lot of fun. So I know this is leading to the Big Leviathan event, which if this is already an event, I can't believe this next event is going to be a thing too. So, and I'm excited for the books coming out of it, Lois Lane and the Jimmy Olsen books. So that'll be a lot of fun.
What do we think? It says here and now featuring Spiral, Agents of Spiral. Spiral's back, huh?
Yeah, so Spiral's in this too. That's what I was saying. It's like Checkmate, Spiral, Argus, it's Leviathan. It's like every freaking group is in this book right now. Cobra.
Here we go. Batman Begins number 31, Dad Jurgens, Rick Leonardi, Wade Von Grandbagger. Gary, still getting this Batman Beyond?
Yes, I am. I'm all caught up on it. Damn, it's so good. They just ended the Return of the Joker arc. And I'm not going to give spoilers there, but that is definitely an arc I would check out if you're a Batman Beyond fan. Yeah, this book has been gold ever since it started. It's just continuing the universe that you love to dive into the future. I'm excited to see what happens next because this book has been really great.
There we go. Detective Comics 1002, Peter J. Tomasi, Brad Walker, Andrew Hennessy on that cover there. Batman's first battle with the Arkham Knight was as brutal as they come, but things are about to get worse, and as one of the most important allies jumps into the fray and ends up far over their head. I enjoyed the last issue a lot. I thought it was very enjoyable. Here we go with number 10-2, and it looks like... once again, we talked about in the last show, the last review for Detective Comics, Batman fighting during the day. If you look at that cover, not doing so good. So we'll see. Meanwhile, all those cops are watching, and they're not even trying to help out. So we'll see. I'm excited to see where this goes. As I stated on the show, I feel like this is the more blockbuster action type of book. And it's kind of nice to see Batman every once in a while be the superhero and not the human. So we'll see what happens here. All those arrows, he's got to be bleeding out, but we'll see.
Yeah, he's not feeling good.
Flash 69, that's Joshua Williamson, Scott Collins, Dan Moore on that cover, teasing us again with that cover. What do we think, Flash?
It's getting better, I think. We're starting to wind down on these different forces, and it's definitely setting up the story, getting ready for Flash Year 1. So I'm getting excited for that to come up already, but they're going to type some loose ends from this Force Quest, and will lead into, I think it's 6 issues, or maybe it's 12. I can't remember how many issues of Flash Year 1 there's going to be.
Not sure. I have seen covers for that, though, and it does look interesting, so there we go.
All right.
Heroes in Crisis number 8 of 9, the penultimate issue. Tom King, Clay Mann, Mitch Gerads. You all seen the clues. You heard the testimony and eavesdropped on the secret confessions of the world's greatest superheroes. Now with the killer revealed, it's time to find out why. What could have driven a hero to the brink to turn a savior? into a murder. Rifts will form between old allies. In the eternity of Wonder Woman and Superman and Batman will have their leadership challenged and will question their own judgment. Sanctuary has become something they can never imagine, and they still potentially carrying on without. And it's still potentially carrying on without them. So, last issue we had was it Wally, right?
Right, it was a Wally focused issue,
and so
for the most part,
we're gonna figure out in this issue how does everybody come to terms with that. Wally killing everybody. So there we go. Was it Wally killing everybody? I can't remember.
I don't think he killed everybody. But I think, well, maybe he did. It's not really clear who's killed who and who's is it hard? I don't know.
Well, I'm going to go back and read that one because according to that synopsis there, it says it was revealed, and I feel like it's still kind of muddy. So we'll see, I guess, and it'll probably make it more clear on that issue. I just want to bring this up. I don't think any of us are still on this. Maybe you are, Garrett. Terrifics number 15, Jean Lu Yang and Steven Segovia. So if you're looking to jump on, Terrifics has been fantastic. The first half. Here's a new chapter in their lives after Jeff Lemire leaves. There you go. Gene's not a bad writer also. He's pretty good. There you go. Wildstorm 22. We're getting up to the end here. Warren Ellis, John Davis Hunt. Looks like on that cover we got some Midnighter, we got Apollo, we got a lot of good people on that. So the Spark has the authority. Jenny Mae Sparks has assembled a group of misfits and exiles to stand against a corporation that covers the world and orbits above it. The problem, she's probably too late. The end game for a free Earth is in motion. So here we go. Wildstorm number 22. Wonder Woman number 69. G. Willow Wilson. Garrett, what do we think Wonder Woman so far?
I've really loved G. Wilson's run. I think it's kind of going back to her roots, dealing with a lot of Olympic gods and kind of focusing on herself as a Themysciran. So that's a lot of fun. And this issue kind of looks like it might be more of a one-shot sort of thing. So I don't know. I'm definitely interested in Carrie Nord's on some of the art. It doesn't look like all of it, but part of it, and I've really gotten used to enjoying that art as well.
By the way, before we leave DC here, I did notice that also 2 more issues, the 5th and 6th issue of Doomsday Clock, being reprinted, and also says final printing again. So it looks like DC is actually pulling through, and they actually are going to stop printing some of their issues rather than keep on printing them. And I mentioned that because if we go down to Marvel, I see some of these guys are in the 7th printing. So I mean, get that while you can if you want to get an issue. Otherwise, wait for the collection. Speaking of Marvel, Amazing Spider-Man number 20, Nick Spencer, Roberto Ramos, Hunted Part 4. What do you think? Are you caught up with this yet?
With
Hunted Spider-Man?
Yeah, so not really. I've only read the first intro issue. I'm really behind on Spider-Man, but from what I've heard from #GuessOS1 and Alex, that it's incredible.
That's what we've been
probably
hearing,
one of the best Craven stories since The Last Hunt.
That's what Alex said, I think.
Yeah.
Well, check it out if you're interested in the Spider-Man. Nick Spencer, according to #GuessOS1, the Spider-Man fanatic. And Alex, the Craven fanatic, he says that this is a pretty good story. A little something for the both of them. Here we go, guys. Got a question here for you. Black Panther number 11, Tanisha Coates, Kev Walker, David Acuna on that cover. Here we go. A new issue of this. I know the last one you and Alex were less than happy with, but I was okay with it. I'm still looking forward to this. You looking forward to this, Garrett?
I do look forward to it. It's just I kind of want the storyline to just move a little bit more forward. But yeah, I mean, the art's always amazing. Ta-Nehisi Coates, I know, he's usually more of the long-winded stories. He just has, it's kind of I would compare it to Hickman, maybe not that long, obviously, but he does like to take his time with the story and catch all the beats. So I just hope that we're at a acceleration point maybe in this issue to kind of get things to a head instead of just, constant rebellion versus resistance kind of thing. So,
yeah. Fantastic Four number 9, Dan Slott, Aaron Cooter, Stefano Caselli, Paco Mendia. A lot of artists for one book. I don't know. We'll check it out. What Price Victory? Doom again. The last issue I enjoyed because of Doom, and this issue's got Doom right on that cover there. There's no way I don't like this. This is the terrifying final chapter of Herald of Doom. So go ahead and pick this up. I think we all are enjoying it so far, right?
Yeah, I really enjoy it, and I think this Dr. Doom arc is probably the best that I've read so far.
Yeah, I think so too. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, number 1 of 5. Ethan Sachs and Willie Sidney, Red Rice in the cover. So let's bring this up. Isn't that the Disney park opening up? I think it opens up this next month.
Yeah. Yep, it is. It is based off that. So kind of introducing everyone early to the park.
I believe if I've been reading reports correctly, that park is going to have kind of more of a story kind of thing. So like when you stay there, you're part of the story. So I guess this is the tie-in to that, it looks like. A comic tie-in to the theme park. There you go. It says right there. So if you're interested, there you go. Thanos number 1 of 6. Teeny Howard, Averill Lovetti. Thanos is dead, executed by the deadliest assassin in the galaxy, his daughter, Gamora. But before the relationship came to a bloody end, how did it begin? Find out in this all-new miniseries by Teeny Howard and Ariel Olivetti. So there you go. Looks like a little prequel. We had a little Gamora on the cover there, and Thanos is holding her there. So
that did interest me, and I do want to read that, but I'll probably wait till the trade comes out, just because each issue's $5. So.
Oh Jesus! Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, okay. Calm down on that one. Venom number 13. Cullen Bunn. Iban Cadelo, A War of Realms tie-in. So I don't know. Do you get that one, Garrett? I mean,
I got to think about that, but for continuity's sake, probably, since I have the other issues.
And I guess you were reading War of the Realms wouldn't hurt, so there you go.
And War of the Realms is really great, so I think I probably still would read it.
And this actually probably has the biggest tie-in because of the sword, and there he is having it on the cover. So it might not be bad to catch that one up. So there you go. Venom number 15. Wolverine, Long Night Adaption, number 4 of 5. Garrett, you been reading this, right? Ben Percy? Marco Takari?
Yeah. It is, how do I say it? I mean, it's good. I don't think it's like blowing me out of the water, but,
no, I was going to say they announced a sequel, podcast wise. The sequel podcast is coming out.
Oh, well, I mean, like, it's good so far. It's just like Wolverine has barely been in it. And that's okay. I mean, I have only read the first, I've read the first 2 issues, so it is good. And I think obviously things are going to definitely pick up. And I want to listen to the podcast. I want to listen to the sequel podcast when it comes out. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being burnt from other Wolverine stuff, but this is a really fresh book. I must be really far behind because I just can't really remember what's happening in the story that much.
All right. Raphael Albuquerque on that cover. That cover's pretty excellent. There you go. Pick that up. Mighty Morphin, Power Rangers. We're on Boom Studios here. Whoop, I just closed it. Mighty Morphin, Power Rangers.
It's okay. I don't get that one, actually.
Oh, you don't, actually. It's okay.
I only get Go-Go.
All right. Close down Mighty Morphin. Adios, Power Rangers at the home of the Solar Ranger. No more Solar Ranger, I guess. Garrett, looks like that's what we got this week. Not a lot, but there is a good number of books here. What looks to be your pick?
Ascender number 1, 100%. Jeff Lemire writing a book, already going to be great. And then you get Dustin Nguyen art along with that. Talk about gold.
Well, Garrett, you took mine, obviously, as a fan of Ascender. I was going to pick Ascender number 1. Criminal number 4 I'm going to pick. Criminal has been one of my favorite books for a long time, and now that it's back, every single time an issue comes out, I am very excited for it. So there we go. Criminal number 4, that's Sean Phillips and Ed Brubaker. Alex is not here to tell us the weather, but I did steal his report here. It says sunny the next couple days here. He said spring is finally here, but don't get too comfortable. The rain might wash it away. I'm not sure what that means. There you go. There's Alex's report. Garrett, what do we think about them roads?
This is a pretty good week of books. Probably not as good as last week, but there are a lot of good gems to look forward to. And this is the week. This is the big week for Endgame. So,
I was going to say that Thanos miniseries is coming out this week, obviously, because the next day is Endgame. So they want to tie in something with Thanos. So there you go.
Right. and it's there's a lot of hype. We finally got here, and I can't believe this Wednesday will be the day before. So you might want to get your car ready to roll over some potholes. You got to roll over those potholes to get to your comic shop. You got to roll over those potholes to go wait in line for Endgame, and then you have to ride on those potholes home and cry because you just watched about 7 characters die that you've watched the last 10 years.
Let me ask you a question here, Garrett. Movie's 3 hours, 3 minutes, right?
Right.
3 hours, 3 minutes. Do you drink during that movie on the chance that you might have to go to the bathroom?
Hell no. You dehydrate and you just sit and watch.
I was going to say, like, if you aren't too careful, you might be in and out of that movie like 15 times, 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see a lot of people get up and go, and they're going to punch themselves in the face.
Let's make a bet here. Alex Pastrallo and hashtag SOS1 get up from the bathroom. I mean, your brother does more than Alex does, but do you think they get up mid-movie?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I really hope not, because I'm not telling them what's going on. But I could see it. I mean, they always go right before the credits start or before the movie starts.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know what you got to do. Start studying up on how to hold your water for more than 3 hours. But if there was anyone that was weak on the pyramid to basically go to the bathroom in that movie, it'd be those two.
What movie was it that we went to, the lot of us, and your brother kept going in and out, and he had to explain what was going on in the movie?
Rogue One.
Rogue One, okay.
Dude, he literally ruined the Leia scene for me, with
at the end.
Bail or no, I guess it was when Bail Organa shows up for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
And so I'm talking to him, and then he shows up on screen. I'm like, oh, fuck, cool. That was sweet.
I just remember at least 5 times minimum. It was probably more, but I remember 5 times at least. He came and went, and then he's like, hey, what happened? And
oh my God, I wanted to slap him.
Well, hopefully in Avengers, everybody out there, Endgame, get your game plan together. Bring the tissues for the tears, and bring the bottles for the piss. My name is Marvin.
I'm Garrett.
Hey, everyone. Keep turning those pages. Is that the right one? Who knows? Who knows? That might be the right one. Keep getting those books.